All right, y'all, we back with another video. Y'all know how we do. Always pushing health, wealth, and a better understanding of self, right? So check this out. In this video, we going over white people are waking up. Some Epstein news just broke, and I feel like more is going to break. Trump and his crew did say that this was like a Democratic Party, strategic play to, smear dirt on his name. But we're going to look into that. We also going to look into some of the Caucasian men that's waking up and speaking about the problem that's going on with the white supremacy. There are, it's like two different groups of white people right now that we seeing as going at. And I don't know what this is going to lead to, but it doesn't look good, It doesn't look good at all. But I'm going to get into this. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, push me on the algorithm. I appreciate everybody who subscribe and supporting me, man. I love you guys so much. That's the reason why I be going in, and I'm gonna be putting out some information and more about what I got going on, especially with the water treatment. But I'm gonna definitely always keep y'all up to date. But Trump, now y'all see all these pictures of him and Epstein. It's a lot. Trump said he only met the guy a couple of times. This looks like way more than a couple of times. In this case, is I think making white people understand of the white supremacy. The Epstein case, they're seeing all of this stuff and they like, we either got to get with this, co-sign it. We know that it's being done. This is why I think CK, I don't like to say his name, but Charlie, he got taken out because I think it was happening with him. People is waking up. The sides are dividing. So I'm going to read some of this article that explains what's going on with Trump. Jeffrey Epstein wrote in a 2019 email to a journalist that Donald Trump knew about the girls. Now, we got to take this with a grain of salt. We know Trump do have enemies, but this is true, according to the documents made public Wednesday. But what he knew and whether it pertained to the sex offenders' crimes is unclear. The White House quickly accused Democrats of selectively leaking the emails to smear the president. Democrats on the House Oversight Committee released 3 emails referencing Trump, including one Epstein wrote in 2011 in which he told confidant Ghislaine Maxwell that Trump had spent hours at Epstein's house with a sex trafficking victim. So the disclosures seem designed to raise new questions about Trump's friendship with Epstein and about what knowledge he may have had regarding the prosecutor's call a years-long effort by Epstein to exploit underage girls. More of this Epstein, and a lot of white people are the ones that's pushing for this Epstein case to get exposed. It's like they're falling out with Trump. They're falling out with anybody that they can, and they feel like if they're not standing on exposing the Epstein files, they're going against you. And I think it's good, for good reason. I think it's good reason. His kids got to be involved. It's a lot of foul play that's going on with the higher ups that they got to expose, which could have been exposed. They've been on some weirdo stuff for a long time. But hey, it's never too late to be great. Shout out to to the people for standing up. But check this out. I want to know what y'all think about this. A couple of white people are talking about white supremacy.
Jews that we have been fooled by are not.
It's a term that conjures up images of luxury cars, private jets, and sprawling mansions. But wealth is not just a snapshot of current assets and liabilities. It's a tapestry woven through time. And unfortunately, for many racial groups, this tapestry has been riddled with holes and tears due to systemic racism. I am talking about the temporal dimension of wealth, a dimension that is often overlooked and underestimated. A dimension that is crucial to understanding the wealth gap between racial groups in our society. Let's break it down, shall we? Just as compound interest can grow an investment over time, systemic racism compounds the disadvantages faced by marginalized groups. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill, picking up more and more snow as it goes. Each generation that encounters barriers to wealth accumulation adds another layer to the wealth gap. The interest accumulates in the form of lost educational opportunities, diminished property values, and stunted business growth. And as the saying goes, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. But in this case, it's not just about individual wealth, it's about the wealth of entire communities and generations. Let's take a trip down memory lane, back to a time when Jim Crow laws and redlining were the norm. These discriminatory practices systematically restricted access to wealth-building opportunities for people of color. And while they say these laws may no longer exist, their effects are still felt today. The wealth gap is not just about individual effort, it's about how systemic racism shapes the playing field. The myth of meritocracy has been shoved down our throats for too long. The idea that hard work and talent alone determines economic success is a pervasive lie that ignores the structural barriers that are in place. The American dream, often touted as a beacon of hope and opportunity, is not just a lie for the average American, it is especially a lie for people of color. The playing field is not level, and it never has been. But hey, don't just take my word for it. Let's look at some numbers. According to a report from the Institute for Policy Studies, the median wealth of white families in the United States is nearly 10 times that of black families and 8 times that of Latinx families. And this gap widens even further when we look at the wealth of the top 1%. In today's society, it's no secret that the distribution of wealth is far from equal. In fact, it's more lopsided than a drunk giraffe on stilts. And while many factors contribute to this imbalance, one of the most significant players is government policy. From tax codes to inheritance laws and social welfare programs, government policies have the power to either exacerbate or alleviate the wealth gap. And let's be real. When it comes to racial wealth distribution, the scales are tilted so far in one direction that they might as well be in a parallel universe. But why does this matter? Well, the answer is simple: systemic racism. You see, policies that fail to consider the racial wealth gap reinforce this insidious form of discrimination. And I don't know about you, but I'm tired of seeing my fellow human beings held down by a system that was never designed to lift them up. Let's take a closer look at some of the ways government policies impact wealth distribution and the ripple effects it has on our society. First up, tax codes. Now, I'm no math whiz, but it doesn't take a genius to see that the wealthy are getting away with paying less in taxes than a college student living off of ramen noodles.
Yeah, we know what the tax code and everything they do with taxes. I cover that on my channel that black people pay more taxes than any other race. But I want to know what y'all think about this, man, in the comment section. We're going live tomorrow. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, push me on the algorithm. Greatly appreciate that. Everybody who support, love, appreciate y'all. Catch y'all on the next one.
You are totally dependent on other people to take care of your needs because you don't have those roots sunk into the ground. To have a community, you must have 3 things to have a community in it. You must have a wholly independent economic structure that can provide goods, service, products, and things for your own people, and jobs and tax spaces for your own people. You should at least control 4 basic things. You should be trying to control water, food, medicine, and energy to be able to survive.
Here we got Mr. Pollock. He had a cornfield. He took advantage of a free water test from us, and this is what we found in this water. We found sulfur, we found hardness, and we solved these problems with an easy fix of 2 tanks. So get your free water test today. Stay blessed. Click the link below.